Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Going to actually look at three articles here in regards to crime in New York City about incidences which have just happened in the last day or two, violent crime. We're going to look through that. There ought to be links in the descriptions. As a bit of a bonus, we're going to watch a video towards the end, which happened in Dorchester. Forgive me, I don't really know where Dorchester is, so maybe that's. I think it's likely that that is not anything to do with New York. However, it's quite an exciting, violent video which is depicting crime in America, which is occurring, and it's kind of a poignant video. So we're going to look at that too. But we're going to start off by going through this article here in regards to an innocent woman, 61 years of age. She was returning home from shopping, grocery shopping. She was shot in the back. So there was a shootout between gang members, seemingly, or between four men in the Bronx, New York. She was shot in the back. She was taken to St. Barnabas Hospital and pronounced dead shortly thereafter. This happened Monday, shortly after 7 p.m. Her name, and forgive me for my pronunciation, forgive me, I'll try to do the best job I can. Juana Esperanza Soriano De-Perdomo, 61 years of age, killed minding her own business. So this happened as she was walking past a deli on 164 East and 188th Street in the Fordham Heights neighborhood, the Bronx. And there was a gang-related feud between four men. They were firing at each other, seemingly. She got hit in the back. The suspects fled on foot. No arrests have been made as of so far, as of approximately 10 hours ago. And regrettably, that's what happened. So a tragic situation there. The article goes on to tell us about what's happening in regards to violent crime in New York. Shooting victims up 14.5%. Overall crimes up 44%. Robbery up 47%. Rape up nearly 16%. So this is over the last 12 months. So to the year to date 2022 compared to the year to date 2021. These are significant increases, massive increases for just a 1 year period. I mean, overall crime 44%. That's crazy, but it seems to be mostly fueled by robbery, and a lot of that is seemingly violent robbery. You know, if we look at the number of shooting victims, so there we go. That tragic incident happened in New York City, the Bronx area. Of course, condolences to the family of the deceased. This article also tells us of another incident which also occurred on Monday, if I understand correctly. 12-year-old Cade Lewin was fatally shot in the head and chest whilst inside a car with her 20-year-old cousin, who was also shot, but who is thankfully recovering. Another 8-year-old girl who was in the parked car was not injured. So a 12-year-old girl has been killed needlessly. This is violent crime occurring all over New York. Here's another incident here. A man is slashed in the neck with a box cutter in New York City's Wall Street subway. Okay, so that's just another thing that happened. This happened Tuesday morning at around 6 a.m. There was an altercation between a man and the attacker. The attacker pulled out a box cutter, slashed his neck, and then ran away. So that's what happened. So the culprit, and I'm going to read through this part, not really because there's the odd chance that someone may be able to identify the person. But I'm going to read through the description because it's so oddly worded, in my opinion. The attacker, who was described by police as being in his 30s with dark skin and wearing a sweatshirt, pulled out a box cutter and cut the man's neck before fleeing at Wall Street subway station. The victim was taken to Bellevue Hospital where he's expected to recover. Police are searching for the suspect. Here's my question. You may find this offensive. A lot of people find a lot of things I say offensive. Don't know why. But why is the article just writing the description as being a man with dark skin? Dark skin. What does dark skin mean? Like, why can't they be more accurate than that? I guess it's possible that the victim wasn't more accurate. I guess that's a possibility, in which case I'm a bit foolish for mentioning this situation. But I just wonder, and call me an arsehole if you really feel the need to, but I just wonder if the witness, the police, the reporters, the publication, Daily Mail in this case, I wonder if they're all fully aware that the culprit, the attacker, has been described as being a black man, but they've not wanted to report it as being a black man, so they use the term dark skin. Is that what's going on? Is that what's going on? Because, I mean, there is a difference between a black man, a black woman, and, let's say, an Indian man, an Indian woman, an Indian man, an Indian woman, in my mind, not always, but generally speaking, also have dark skin. Do they not? I mean, do they not? Are we even allowed to talk about this type of thing? Like, I don't know, like, we have eyes and we have a notion, as adults, we have a notion of different races and different heritages and things like this. You know, we do know the difference between an Asian and a black man and a white man and a Latino. We do know the difference. It just seems like the article is purposefully avoiding stating the difference as accurately as it could. That's my guess. I'm wondering why it's doing that. Again, it could be because the witness didn't know, which would be a bit odd. There was an altercation. Surely they would know if the altercation was with a black man or an Indian or a Latino or whoever. Bit weird to me, but I think that's something just to be mindful of. And again, you may feel that I'm trying to make insinuations, or, you know, maybe I'm a bigot for some reason or other. This is an interesting photo. This is blood. The victim's blood, still on the ground on the steps of Wall Street subway station. And I'm gonna say, call me an arsehole, get used to it. I'm gonna say, get used to seeing blood on your subway floors. Get used to seeing blood on your city streets. Shooting victims up 18.8%. Overall crime on this one, it was different on the other one, but on this one, 47%. Rape up 31%. On the other one, it was only 15%. So look, maybe I'm not understanding these statistics which are being presented in these charts, but they do seem a little bit odd. But this one here is saying that rape is up 31% since last year, which is scary. I mean, that's scary, man. That's scary. What the fuck is happening to people out there? What the hell is happening such that there's a 31% increase in rape? Oh, that's crazy. We're going to watch this video here. I've not actually watched it yet. A 60-year-old man was struck with a brick in Harlem, and the disturbing incident was captured on camera. So seemingly this happened on last Thursday. This suspect here apparently confronted a woman. Hang on, I don't really know what's going on. Let's have a look. The victim, who lives in a building on Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard near West 132nd Street, confronted a woman who he believed was stealing packages in the lobby around 3 p.m. The woman left and returned with two other people, one of whom beat the victim with a brick and repeatedly pummeled him in the middle of the street until he fell to the ground. Okay, so a guy noticed that someone was stealing packages. He thought, you know what? I'm not particularly happy about someone stealing packages. I'm going to confront the situation. I'm going to be a good neighbor. I'm going to protect my neighbor's property. Excuse me, madam. Do you have a reason to be stealing this person's packages? Lo and behold, he gets hit multiple times with a brick. So let's watch this video here. There's no audio, I think. This is extreme violence. It's... And that person just casually walking up, or two other people casually walking up. No big deal. No big deal. It's fine. It's just someone hitting someone else over the head with a brick dozens of times. Not a problem. Not a problem. Carry on, everybody. Look away. Don't focus on this. Go and mind your own business. Don't need to get involved. I think that's the victim standing up. I think. I could be wrong. But hopefully it is. Hopefully that's a sign that the victim was able to stand up. I guess it is. The victim's asking the nearest person for some assistance. And they drive on past. Do they? Yep. This is what's going on in New York. If you see someone stealing packages, don't approach them. Do not approach them. You do not want to be hit in the head dozens of times with a brick. That's my advice. So that situation happened there. I'm trying to find further details. I'm skimming through this article. It was a 60-year-old man that was hit, and this happened in Harlem. It's not telling us about how severe his injuries are. It says he's got severe injuries. It's not telling us if he survived. So I presume was injured, but not life-threatening. That's my presumptions. Oh, here we go. The victim was transported to a hospital in stable condition, but suffering from severe lacerations. So thankfully it seems that he will make a full recovery. And here's the alleged attacker. Sorry, let me delete the word alleged. We see it right here, a picture. It's clearly this guy. You're a scumbag. You're a scumbag piece of shit. You're a part of a criminal network that goes around stealing packages, and you're willing to protect your activities. You're willing to attempt to murder, to inflict serious injury upon 60-year-old men. That's what you're willing to do. That makes you evil. And here's what I'll say. I doubt anyone's listening at this point, but you're always going to remain evil. If someone is this evil, they've gotten to this point of evil in their life, they're not going to change. They are not going to change. What's going to change them? Nothing. A lobotomy would change them. They can find God. That might help for a period of time. But ultimately, nothing's going to change. They're not going to want to change. They want to be like this. They want to be like this. So they're going to carry on being like that. We're going to watch this video here. This happened in Dorchester. We see a McDonald's across the street, and we're at this little restaurant here, and we're going to watch this fight. This is a viral video, 4.2 million views. I'm not going to take any credit away from whoever posted this. I believe at Mark J. McDonough. There we go. So go sub to, I don't want to guess their gender, but I guess it's a guy called Mark who published this if he didn't record it. So let's watch this. But why are we watching this? Because it's just another example of the insane violent crime that is spreading throughout America. And it is spreading. We've seen these statistics. Rape up 30% year on year in New York City. Rape. That's like a pretty serious crime. Sorry, I'm being facetious. Hopefully you can tell. That's a pretty fucking serious crime. Up 30% in a year. What the hell? And we'll watch this. I'll stop talking for a minute. No audio. This goes on for nearly 2 minutes. I mean, that's a long time. So we're essentially sat in a bar and we're watching what's going on in McDonald's opposite the bar. And what's happening is, well, we don't really know what's happening. Is it a carjacking? I don't think it is a carjacking, but there's several people involved. There's a car crashing into a gate. There's fisticuffs. There's fighting away. There's the running away. There's running over a motorbike. It's all very, very entertaining. Everyone's recording it. Mark's recording it, by the look of it. This is what happens. I mean, this is daytime. Looks like early evening. They're acting as if, like, this is no problem. In my mind, it's like as if this is normal to have a fight in the middle of a street in the daytime in a busy area after having pulled someone out of a car that crashed through a gate and ran over a motorbike. The only blessing that I'm seeing is that there's no gunfire. I think I'm right. I think I'm right in saying that there's no gunfire. That's the only blessing. But how many people are involved in this incident? It's just craziness, man. You guys have got a real problem with behavior. I mean, I guess you've got a real problem with law and crime, violent crime. That's what you have a problem with. But I think it's kind of fair to generalize it and say behavior. You guys have forgotten how to be civilized. You guys have lost your way. You guys meaning America. I'm being an asshole, I know. You guys have lost your way, man. This is normal. This is happening in your streets in the daytime. Crazy. What's going to change? What's going to change that? I mean, look, there's a lot that needs to be changed. That's a lot of bad behavior going on. That's a lot of bad behavior. You've got relatively young guys hitting older guys over the head with bricks. You've got gangs shooting at each other and gunning down innocent people. Innocent children are shot in their cars. Shot dead in their cars. Guys going to work or coming home from work are getting stabbed in the neck by people with dark skin. Whatever that means. And you've got, I don't know, I presume gangs of people just having a good old time, taking their time about whatever the fuck they're doing, running over motorbikes, smashing up a car, smashing into a gate, trying to fight each other. Having a right old time, aren't they? I'm going to wrap things up here. If this has been in any way entertaining, beneficial, informative. Do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. I'm going to be making multiple videos every single day in regards to true crime issues that have occurred or been published today or perhaps yesterday, certainly very, very recently. With going through this, before long, within a few months, within a year or two, we're going to be real experts about crime, what's going on in the world, seemingly in particular what's going on in New York. So if you do find that interesting, if you'd like to follow me along this journey, that would be great. I'd really, really like that. A like, comment, subscribe would be wonderful. Perhaps join the membership as and when I start that over the next month or two. Live streams I'll be doing, hopefully with a bit of encouragement. And yeah, just stick around if this is the kind of thing that you like.